To go. Here we go. Drivers ready. Turn marshals. Heads up. Your 21.5 A2. We are going to go on the tone. Your TQ Craig Xavier out in front. Jumping down the early lead. He's got Clayton Young in the second spot. Dewan Moore in third. Kellen Yamamoto in fourth. Dave Constant in fifth. Clayton Young taking the win in A1. Craig Xavier having a little issue in A1. Looking to take over. Xavier with a 16.9, Clayton with a 16.8. Top two cars down the back straightaway. Already opening up to about a second advantage on Dewan Moore in the third spot. Top two coming across the stripe one more time. Craig comes by with a 17.1. Clayton rolls it over coming off the dot. That gives Craig Xavier some breathing room now. Got about 1 second gap now between Xavier and Young. Dewan Moore still sitting in that third spot. Kellen Yamamoto in fourth. Dave Constant rounding out your top five as we got less than 4 minutes to go. In A1, you had Clayton Young taking the win. Dewan Moore finishing in second. Craig Xavier was third. Your top three still nose to tail. Xavier, Young, and Moore. Then you got a little bit of gap back to Kellen. David in fifth. Clint Riley in sixth. Anthony Silva in seventh. Ivan Dixon in eighth. Dan Debbie in the ninth spot. Xavier comes by 17.4. Young with a 17.3. Dewan Moore 17.7. Craig comes by with a 17.1. Clayton with a 17.4. Top two cars separated by about a second and a half right now. Then you got about 1 second gap back to Dewan Moore in third. This is race 16 on the track. Race number 17 coming up next. VTA A2 coming up next. We're at that halfway point. 2:30 down, 2:30 still left to go. You got Craig Xavier out in front, maintaining that second and a half advantage back to Clayton Young. Then you got about 2 seconds back to Dewan Moore in third. Kellen Yamamoto about 4 seconds behind him in fourth. David Constant about a second and a half behind him in the fifth spot. VTA's race number 17 coming up next.
2 minutes left.
Craig Xavier comes by with a 17.5. Clayton Young with a 17.7. 3:30 down, 1:30 still left on the master clock. Craig Xavier had a rough A1, finished in third. Looking to keep it clean and take this all the way to A3. Open it up to a 2.75, almost 2 second advantage back to Clayton Young. Xavier comes by with a 17.6, Clayton with a 17.4. Dewan Moore with a 17.7. .45 seconds left on the master clock. Race number 17 coming up next. VTA's coming up next. Got about 10 seconds left for these guys. Craig goes by for one more lap. Clayton Young by for one more. Here comes DeJuan Moore in the third spot. They are all on their white flag. That is time, drivers. Finish the lap you're on. Here comes Craig Xavier through the center chicane one more time and across the line, taking the win in A2. We're going to go into A3 to decide our winner for 21.